the Seattle Seahawks, taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. These folks love their... Football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Offense. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down.
Now second and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Tackle made back at the 47.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. The interception. Here's Tannehill. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, 5. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 88 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Tannehill now to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jordan Brooks gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Here's Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To the air again, Tannehill. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 4 yards out. Taking a first quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 20.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Going for Metcalf on the... It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. That down for a win in the defense's column.
Complete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Wilson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
For DK.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf.
And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw again is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The two-point conversion.
So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jack Crawford, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
7, Seahawks 6.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. I think you'd have to say this crowd here in Seattle, this 12th man, had something to do with that.
As well as the architect of this stadium. Combined with this crowd noise, makes it very difficult to run offense. And here, 2 points result for the defense.
It is deafening in here.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the